The Nintendo GameCube has a handful of strong racing titles. F-Zero GX and Mario Kart Double Dash are definitely among the most popular. While well known, not many talk about Kirby Air Ride, a Kirby-based racer from Hal-Laboratory and Grand Brilliance Games. It was always the other racer on the GameCube, but it has some unique elements that set it apart from the rest of the pack. Part of what makes Kirby Air Ride interesting is the fact that the game is played using only one analog stick and a single button. Pressing it activates a charge, which slows you down at first but is followed by a boost. When other course elements are introduced, the function of the charge button changes. Charging around enemies will cause Kirby to suck them up, followed by him either spitting them out or gaining their ability. Charging on speed boost will shoot the player forward, and charging with certain power-ups will activate an attack or effect. No matter what though, you'll still have to initiate that charge, which will cause the player to slightly slow down. This creates a heavy risk versus reward factor, as every action you take has the potential to set you back.
Pro tip number 1. Hurt me more, Snake.
Whether you've never played Kirby Air Ride before or have tried it and found it lacking, I'd recommend turning the health feature on. Now you and all the other players on the field have a limited amount of life. Why is this important? It makes using attack power-ups actually worthwhile, since you have the chance of defeating the opponent and knocking them out. It also makes the game feel more like a Smash Brothers experience, where the focus is also on defeating racers rather than just speeding straight to the end. Honestly, for me personally, turning health on is a game changer and essential for Kirby Air Ride to shine. On the bright side for F-Zero GX and Mario Kart fans, Kirby Air Ride is sort of a mix between the two, except not really as fast as F-Zero or not as hectic as Mario Kart. Like F-Zero, the courses are narrow, wind around, and sort of float in the sky. However, in most cases, there are invisible walls to keep on the track, so deaths from falling off are a rarity. The Mario Kart element comes into play with different abilities that you get to attack other racers, but also like F-Zero, you only get one life during a race. If your HP drops to 0, it's game over, which leads us to
Pro tip number 2. Do not die with your friends. Dying is bad. Appreciate life more.
in single player, dying knocks you back to the pre-race screen. However, in multiplayer, dying puts you out of the race. Carelessness early on can leave you on the bench before you actually get to play. Unless you're special like me, then you get 4 chances.
Why don't I have any friends?
Kirby Air Ride actually has 3 different modes. The normal Air Ride mode, which you've been seeing up to this point, along with 2 others. Top ride is... There's also a city trial mode, which is interesting because it doesn't focus on racing. Instead, you explore a city, building a better vehicle through power-ups and special parts you gain from responding to events and fighting other players, or just collecting them off the field. Finally, at the end of it all, you face some sort of random challenge that will put your vehicle and skills to the test in a variety of ways. If you're lucky during the time in the city, the game will drop hints of what that event will be, so you can properly prepare your vehicle. When it comes down to it though, the Air Ride mode is the main focus. As long as you don't go in expecting a pitch-perfect experience like that found in Mario Kart Double Dash, or something as fast and intense as F-Zero GX, there's a lot to enjoy here. Kirby Air Ride has unique qualities that differentiate it from other heavy-hitting racing titles on the platform. Considering used copies of the game are affordable, it's well worth a shot.